What do you say, everybody? Hello and welcome to beautiful Wintrust Field in Schaumburg, Illinois. The rain has stayed away for right now, and we're ready for Game 2 of the three-game series between the Schaumburg Boomers and your Florence Y'alls. Welcome to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'alls Radio Network on our YouTube audio stream. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Rory Tettemer, excited to join you for Game 2 of the three-game series between the Y'alls and the Boomers. Florence recovering from a loss yesterday, just a 7-4 defeat to Schaumburg, their first time losing against Schaumburg since July 9th of 2023. It's been a long time for Florence. They have held Schaumburg's number and hope to get right back on track today. Yannick Villalobos on the mound against Ross Thompson. You're listening to the 50 West Brewing Pregame Show, always inspired by the Great American Road Trip across Route 50. 50 West, the premier brewery in the Cincinnati area. At 50 West, every beer's journey. Join us for the ride, located at 7605 Worcester Pike, Cincinnati. On the 50 West Brewing Pregame Show, let's restart with what happened yesterday. A 7-4 defeat to the Boomers on Tuesday night. Nathan Lawson grabbed the ball for the Y'alls, was tagged for 2 runs in both the first and second innings, then tossed 2 shutout frames in the third and fourth. When he was trying to complete his 5th frame, Lawson was tagged for 2 more home runs. It was 3 on the night and was pulled with just recording 1 out in the 5th. The WKU alum went 4 1/3 innings pitched, was pieced for 9 hits, 7 runs with just 1 K in his first loss of the season. The Y'alls had provided run support early. They took a 2-0 lead in the first, a 2-run single from Garrett Broussard. And then in a tie game, 2-2 in the second, they put up 2 more. Jackson Tucker poked an RBI single, and Brendan Bobo drew an RBI walk to take a 4-2 lead. However, that was all Florence would have. They only had those 4 runs in the first 2 innings. The Y'alls wouldn't see any offense after that, failed to even get a runner past first base the rest of the night. Nate Darden and Travis Phelps held down in the bullpen. That was the silver lining. Florence saw shutout performances from Darden and Phelps. They combined for 3-2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. Florence hoping to recoup tonight. 20-14 record for the Y'alls. The Boomers advanced to 16-18. Taking a look at iScore and how that lines up in the Midwest Central Division for Florence. 4 games back from first place in about 2.5 games out of second place from the Evansville Otters. Evansville 22-11, Washington 23-9. On the other side, the Midwest West for the Boomers, Gateway Grizzlies still hold the narrow lead after dropping a barn burner yesterday, a walk-off home run for the Brockton Rocks. Gateway had fallen once again, now back to 18-16. The Windy City Thunderbolts hot on their tail, just a game back at 16-16, and then the Boomers in third place, 2 games back at 16-18. Florence hoping to keep them 2 games back and possibly more tonight with a win. Yannick Villalobos, the left-handed pitcher, on the mound and looking for history for the Y'alls. Once he throws that first pitch, he will have made his 73rd start with the Florence organization, and that is a new franchise record for Villalobos, the talented southpaw out of the Miami Marlins organization. Villalobos, 6 starts this season, a 1-2 record, a 6.51 ERA. But just looking at the numbers, looking at number 73 for his 73rd professional start with the Florence organization. That's a franchise record, not just the Y'alls, not just the Freedom, their entire organization there. So will be a special moment for Yannick Villalobos. Again, just a talented lefty that has been with Florence since 2021, with an off year in 2023 when he was with the Lake Erie Crushers. More on Villalobos. Also talking about Ross Thompson, the former Florence Y'all. Florence has handed him his lone loss, a 5-1 record and a 3.93 ERA for Ross the Boss Thompson, the right-handed pitcher that used to throw for the Y'alls as early as last year. Then he made his way around the Frontier League, including a stint in Evansville, over to Tri-City, and then found a home here with the Schaumburg Boomers. Obviously, Boomers went on for a long championship run, fell in that final game of the championship series, but Schaumburg has come back and cemented himself in the rotation with a 5-1 record and a 3.93 ERA, one of the best pitchers for the Boomers this year. Again, the last time out for Ross against Florence, the Y'alls handled them pretty well. It wasn't like, it was a terrible outing. It was 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks and 4 Ks. Ross was just removed there after 86 pitches and was Delta's first loss. Other than that, he's made a decision in every single game he's threw in so far. So 6 starts and a 3, under 4 ERA is pretty good for Ross. His last time out, June 11th against Gateway, 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 7 Ks. No high walk numbers at all for Ross. He's a guy that throws it down the plate and has induced some soft contact to lead to his success, plus also some high strikeout numbers for the right-handed pitcher. Let's see how Florence lines up against Thompson tonight. Similar lineup to yesterday. Leading off will be the center fielder Jackson Tucker. Batting second, the second baseman Tyler Schoenfeld. In the 3 slot, the first baseman and captain Hank Zeisler. Batting cleanup, the right fielder Brendan Bobo. In the 5 slot, returning to the lineup, the designated hitter Zade Richardson. Batting 6th, the third baseman Garrett Broussard. In the 7th slot, the left fielder Brett Blomquist. Batting 8th, the shortstop Dylan Baker. Rounding out and doing the catching, batting 9th, Kyle Harbison. On the flip side for Schaumburg, they'll go in with a very similar lineup to what we saw yesterday, almost picture perfect from what we saw yesterday. The shortstop Alec Craig will lead things off, followed by the center fielder Miles Beal. In the 3 slot, the designated hitter Anthony Calarco. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Kyle Fitzgerald. In the 5 slot, the left fielder Kellum Clark. Batting 6th, the right fielder Derek Andy Arena. In the 7th slot, the third baseman Will Prater. Batting 8th, the catcher Jeff Nickel. And rounding out will be the second baseman Tony Livermore. Thompson against Villalobos. Same matchup we had last time. Villalobos, last time against Schaumburg, earned his only win of the season, a 1-2 record. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 5 Ks. A 7-3 victory over the Boomers. Last time out, not his best. 4 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks against the New Jersey Jackals at home. Florence still able to win that one, 13-12. On the season, across 6 starts, Florence is 4-2 when Yanniker Villalobos is on the mound. I've provided him a total of 45 runs in support that averages out to about 7.5. And on the season, that's just a little beneath, decimal points underneath where Florence averages for their entire starting rotation, 7.82 runs in support. Obviously didn't get that yesterday, but it's a brand new day, and the rain has stayed away for Florence. Still some dark clouds out in center field. Wind not as strong as yesterday, blowing out the center. And it's a little bit warmer as well, right in the 60s here in Schaumburg, Illinois. I'm hoping that the rain will lay off. At one point today, it did not look like Florence would get this game in. It was pouring, and this is a dirt field, but I'm being told that Schaumburg, in their last 6 years, has only canceled 1 game, and probably not going to be tonight. We'll take we'll pause on that statement, and hopefully it doesn't bring us bad news, but hopefully the rain stays away and we can see a full 9 innings of some Y'all's baseball. The Boomers are heading out to the field. We'll pause on the 50 West Brewing pregame show as we await the national anthem at first pitch. Don't go anywhere. More Florence Y'all's baseball coming up. lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We're ready for first pitch here at Wintrust Field in Schaumburg, Illinois, just as the sun starts poking out, shining down on all of us. The Y'alls against the Boomers. It's game 2 of the 3-game series here on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Rory Tettemer, excited to join you for what should be a historical game regardless. Yannick Villalobos making his 73rd start with the Florence Y'alls. That will be a new franchise record. In the bottom half of the first inning, all he has to do is throw one pitch. Pretty easy when you think about it like that. Jackson Tucker, Tyler Schoenfeld, and Hank Zeisler will lead things off for the Y'alls against the former Florence pitcher, Ross Thompson. Thompson making his 7th start on the season. 5-1 record, 3.93 ERA. 5 wins would be tied with Evan Webster for most on the team. He has earned a decision in every single start. Florence, of course, has handed him his only loss, where went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs. I think the job today for the Y'alls as a defense will be keeping the ball in the ballpark. I went back home thinking about it, and really it was just leaving Nate Lawson out there for an inning too long, trying to get him to extend to that 5th. Those 3 runs ended up being the difference in the ball game. Now, obviously, the offense didn't do anything past the 2nd inning, but it was those 2 home runs that hurt Florence in the end. So keeping the ball in the ballpark, it is a pitcher's ballpark, so shouldn't be the hardest thing to do, but Schaumburg clearly used it to their advantage yesterday. Jackson Tucker digs into the righty batter's box. Tucker yesterday 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. Enters today hitting .321. Tucker against Thompson. Game 2 of the 3-game series. First pitch in there for a strike at 6:33. We are underway at Wintrust Field. 68 degrees here at first pitch. The sun shining down on us. Some dark clouds out in center, and the wind blowing out to center field. 0-1 swing and a miss on the off speed from Jackson Tucker. Went back and watched the game a little bit yesterday. I do notice there is a delay. Unfortunately, that's just the Wi-Fi here at Schaumburg, invoking a little bit of a delay. Don't know if that was cleared earlier today, but if you do hear that, all apologies. 0-2, fastball rings him up on the outer half. 90 miles per hour, a 1.922 spin rate. Strikeout looking to open the outing for Thompson. Let's take a look at the defense behind him. Clark in left, Beal in center, Andy Arena in right, Prater at third, Craig at short, Livermore at second, Fitzgerald at first, and Nickel will do the catching for the 2nd day in a row. Brings up Tyler Schoenfeld. First pitch missing inside. Schoenfeld yesterday 1 for 4. Enters today hitting .264. The 1-0. Skies it down the third baseline and foul. 1-1 count. What a job Schoenfeld has done, bringing that average all the way up. Was in the low 2s at one point, and now he's .264 is really good season. Obviously, he had a 300 year last year, and you can bet your bottom dollar he'll probably work himself back up to that this season. The 1-1 shows bunt, puts it down the third base line, but foul. Now a 1-2 count. Had a great bunt single yesterday down the third base line. You got to assume it plays a little bit better here on a dirt and grass field. That can slow down that bunt a little bit more than any turf field could. A 1-2 count to the lefty, Schoenfeld. Straight up defense for the Boomers. The Y'alls in the baby blue jerseys with gray pants and baby blue caps. 1-2 pitch, bounces in the dirt. Schaumburg in the all-black jerseys with white pants, and then I believe they're sporting military appreciation caps. They look black with a tan top and black brims. From this angle, I'd call it tan. 2-2. Thompson, the pitch is roped out towards center field. Going to send Beal back a little bit, but plenty of room. Makes the grab for out number 2. 90 off the bat there from Tyler Schoenfeld. Brings up the captain, Hank Zeisler. Possibility for 2 records to be broken today. Zeisler currently sitting at RBI number 190. Needs to get to 191 to tie the record. And 192 would break it. First pitch to him in there for a strike. Appreciate Marlise Zeisler tuning in. Said FYI delay is still there, a bit better than yesterday, but still there. I appreciate that. 0-1 missing inside a 1-1 count. Unfortunately, I'm not the one that fixes it. You can bet if I was the person, I'd have it done. The 1-1. Ground ball, slow roller. Over towards the second baseman. Gloves it, throw on a first. Is in time in a 1-2-3 frame for Thompson. Heading to the bottom of the first. Villalobos looking for history. When you return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the first, always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today. Yannick Villalobos, his 7th start of the season, enters today with a 1-2 record and a 6.51 ERA. But once that first pitch is thrown, it is start number 73 for Villalobos. That is a new franchise record. All he's got to do is throw one pitch. Pretty sure he would hope that it would be a strike and then toss that ball over towards the dugout. Villalobos, longtime veteran with the Y'alls. Started his career in 2021. First pitch, missing upstairs, but throw that ball away. Yannick Villalobos, the new franchise record holder in starts in Florence franchise history. Congratulations. He's made history tonight. What a career it has been for the 2025 All-Star. A 1-0 count to Alec Craig. In there for a strike, 1-1. And what a great guy Villalobos is. Out of Maracaibo, Venezuela. 1-1, missing downstairs. 2-1 to count. Last year, just a tremendous season. 2-1 record, a 2.05 ERA, 8 starts, 44 innings pitched, 28 Ks, and 14 walks before an injury cut his season short. Was probably on his way to a second consecutive Florence Y'all's Pitcher of the Year. And now I also heard that he won Pitcher of the Year in 21 and 22. That one misses upstairs. A 5-pitch walk to Alec Craig. Open up the ball game with the leadoff runner aboard. That can be one of 2 more records that Villalobos can chase down. I think the next 2 he needs to, he'd really need to lock in. 63 Ks away from the franchise strikeout record, and then about 80 innings away from the innings pitch record. One misses outside. You might have to wait for next year for the 80 innings pitch. That's just tough to do. June 17th. 1-0, missing outside. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Al Craig obviously very speedy over at first. Florence wasn't plagued by walks yesterday. It was the long ball that hurt them. 3 given up by Lawson. That one's roped into left field for a base hit. Runners first and second. Nobody out to open up the first frame. Yanniker Villalobos takes the helm from Andy Clark, who pitched from 2008 to 2013, back with the Florence Freedom at the time. Andy Clark, 37 wins, 16 losses, a career 3.72 ERA. Across 6 seasons with the Alts. His last 2 seasons, he made 5 starts and 4 starts. Did pretty well. 2.41 ERA, a 2.66 ERA. I don't know if injuries hurt him there. It was 26 and 27 at that time. First pitch in there for a strike to Calarco. Calarco with an amazing day yesterday. 3 for 4 with a home run. That one's fouled away. It was his return from the 7-day IL. And the Boomers desperately missed him. Andy Clark is the innings pitch leader, strikeouts leader, and wins leader. So that's who Villalobos would be chasing as well. 0-2, ground ball, right side. Schoenfeld gloves it, tossed to second for 1. Relay over to first is in time. 4-6-3. Double play, just what the doctor ordered. 2 away and a runner 90 feet away in Alec Craig, but that certainly helps Villalobos out a lot. We've mentioned it on the broadcast before. Villalobos has, gotten hit around at times. When he excels is when he's, still getting runners on base, but working those, big-time double plays, working timely strikeouts, inducing that soft contact and keeping them from coming around to score. That one misses downstairs. Across 27 2/3 innings this year, it's been 35 hits, 26 runs, only 20 of them earned, 17 walks, and 28 Ks. One 0 to Fitzgerald. Skies that one out towards center field. It's going to send Tucker back at the warning track. He has room, makes the grab to end the inning. Villalobos grabs history and strands a runner at third. Once again, congratulations to Yanniker Villalobos, the new franchise record holder in starts in Florence history. We head it to the top of the second. Scoreless out of Wintrust Field when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the second inning always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clear view of every call, trust Pella Window and Door to bring you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good even the umpire won't miss a thing. Crew today, behind home plate, Will Naleski. Down the first baseline, Akira Gook. And down the third baseline, Miguel Cruz. 0-1 count to Brendan Bobo, swinging a miss, foul tipped into the glove of Nickel. 0-2. Bobo yesterday 1 for 3, had a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Plus a walk and a strikeout. Enters today hitting .302. 0-2 pitch missing upstairs. Bobo skies that one foul. The 1-2 pitch fouls it away. We'll do it again. Florence hoping to win today. Set up a rubber match for tomorrow. The good thing working for them, they're no longer in a travel game. Got the full night's rest. 1-2 pitch swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Ross Thompson. Puts away Brendan Bobo. It's got to feel good for Ross. Bobo did play a hand in Ross Thompson getting released from Florence back in spring training camp of 2025. Ended up on that final day of competition camp where Thompson was competing against a few other pitchers with just 2 spots left. Set him up against the Y'all's starters, and it was Brendan Bobo with a home run off of Thompson. And that pretty much did it. And then in the season, Brendan Bobo hit another home run off of him in 2025. So, again, Ross probably excited to put that one away. The 1-0 missing outside to his former buddy, Zade Richardson. 2-0, I guess still buddy. Zade from New Richmond, Ohio, and Ross in the area. They used to work together in the offseason. Zade obviously catching Thompson's bullpens as he punches that one out towards left center field, drops it for a base hit. Zade Richardson makes him almost unsittable. The way he has been playing is unbelievable. Well above a 300 average entering the series today. Hitting .324, that one just adds to it. He has been a model of consistency against the first of the day for the Y'alls. Garrett Broussard digs in, another guy who's also been great. That one's in there for a strike. Broussard hitting .339 at 2 for 4 line yesterday with 2 RBIs. His RBI numbers have really impressed me this year. 0-1, punches that one out towards right center field in the gap. Beal is on the run, trying to get there. He will be called off by Andy Arena, who makes the grab, chasing that one down. He certainly had to run farther than Beal. Leaning more towards center field on that one, but definitely in the gap. Takes away extra bases from Broussard. Just a long fly out. Brings up Brett Blomquist, absent from the lineup yesterday. Had a home run back against Gateway. Blomquist enters today with a .315 average, 5 home runs, 13 runs scored, and 19 RBIs. For a guy that just has not made as many starts as the rest of the club, he has certainly produced when he's been out there. 1-0, sent foul. Unfortunately, Florence has the problem with a lot of guys where they're almost unsittable in the way that they've been playing. And there's just too many of them, too many mouths to feed each and every game. There's 9 positions on a field, and only 8 of them the position players can play. Plus the DH, obviously, but 2-1 count. Runner on first and 2 away. 2-1, skies it foul. Top of the second, deuces wild. Richardson on first, 3-step lead. 2-2 pitch, fouls it away again. We'll do it again. Brett Blomquist skies that one out towards right field. Andy Arena all the way back at the track. He makes the grab to end the inning. Blomquist gave it a ride, but Florence just gets the one hit and strands him over at first. Heading to the bottom of the second, scoreless here at Wintrust Field when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the second inning. Scoreless on our Thomas More scoreboard. Always the scoreboard partner of Florence Y'alls, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. Villalobos back out for another inning of work. Stranded a runner at third in the opening frame. Kellum Clark will start things off against the lefty. First pitch to him, and off speed in there for a strike. Oh, 1 sent down the left field line, but foul over towards the kid zone. Certainly less in attendance than yesterday, but still a pretty good day for Wednesday. I mean, I'd say an easy 2,000 here. 0-2 runs inside and hits him. That's the last thing you want to do with an 0-2 count. I know that pain. Being up 0-2 and then running something inside for a hit by pitch. Like, man, I had him. Express pass for Kellum Clark. Runner on first. Now for Derek, Andy Arena made his Schaumburg debut yesterday and certainly impressed some eyes. Picked up 2 hits, a 2-for-4 line with a run scored. First pitch in there for a strike and off speed placed middle in at 86. 0-1 fouls it away. He's up 0-2 again. Those back-to-back off speeds. 0-2 sent down the right field line and foul. Andy Arena has such a interesting stance. The bat is almost held in front of him the entire time when in the stretch. Yeah, it's like in front of his helmet there. like middle of his body. And then when he gets set, he brings his hands back. That one's skied down the right field line. Bobo will give way. Another foul ball. Count stays 0-2. No 2 pitch, swing and a miss. Blows it by him, 88, top of the zone. First K of the day for Villalobos. Brings up Will Prater. Prater 0 for 4. Brought his average down to 248 yesterday. 22 RBI, still a talented third baseman. First pitch to the lefty. Off speed in there for a strike. Snuck one in on the front door. Runner on first and one away. The 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Dots up the outer half. Once again up 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Misses just a bit outside. Looked good. About a half inch off the plate. Now a 1-2 count with a runner on first. 1-2 pitch. Skies it foul. We'll do it again. One, two. Slider missing outside again. Really good pitch mix here from Villalobos. Trying to put away Prater. Two-two. Punched shallow right field. Out goes the second baseman, Shaney Felt. He makes the call and the grab. No one covering first there. So just 2 away. Might have had a little bit of a chance. Of course, I also don't think Clark would have gone off the bag that far. Really good at bat there. And a pitch mix from Villalobos. It's a tough opponent in Will Prater. Brings up Jeff Nickel, hitting .211. 8 RBIs on the season. Nickel yesterday, 1 for 4 with a run scored. First pitch fastball missing inside. 22-28 on the spin rate. One out, swing and a miss. One pitch. Pokes it out towards right center field. It's going to drop in 4 extra bases, going all the way to the wall. Jackson Tucker picks it up. Rounding third, coming home to score is Clark. The throw is into the cutoff. No throw to the plate. It's an RBI double. Boomers strike first. They're on top 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Florence beat by Jeff Nickel. 103 off the bat. He pieced up Villalobos there. Down to Tony Livermore at the bottom of the order here. Again, it's such a talented Boomers roster that Florence, just shockingly had so much success against them over the last, season and a half. Obviously 8-1 against them in 2025, and then starting this season with a sweep. It was truly the most perplexing thing I had ever seen. 1-0 in there for a strike. one of the most perplexing things I've ever seen. It's actually tough to say that this year, just from everything we've seen from this Y'all's ball club. But for them to be 8-1 and then sweep the team that fell just a game shy of the championship last year was pretty amazing. Ground ball over to Shaney Felt, swallows it up, throw on a first is in time, and that will end the inning. Just a batter too late. The Boomers get on the board. It's a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the third. Time for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of the third inning always brings us our Tettemer Trivia, presented by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Schaumburg on top 1-0. Leading things off for Florence. 8-9 top Baker, Harbison, and Tucker against Ross Thompson. Thompson's allowed just the single to Richardson. Stranded him at first in the second inning. He's picked up 2 Ks first time through as Baker ropes that one down the left field line, but foul. Tettemer Trivia always presented by the Roar Agency. Way it works, I read a question top half of the third, give you guys the answers in the bottom half. We have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. It's rtettemer9 or Florence_Y'alls. Question is live. You can comment your guess in the comment section. I will shout you out here on the broadcast. Here's the 0-1 missing outside. A 1-1 count. One grounded, third base side, fielded in fair territory. Will Prater, long throw across the diamond, able to put away Dylan Baker, and that one just barely snuck in fair territory. The throw came across the diamond from foul territory from Will Prater. That's a 5-3 put away. Let's get to our question of the day. Among third basemen in Major League Baseball history, who had the highest WAR before their age 33 season? Again, among third basemen in all of Major League Baseball history, who had the highest WAR before their age 33 season? First pitch in there for a strike to Harbison. My hint, they're a Hall of Famer, so not active, in the Hall of Fame. This one you'll have to put on your thinking caps for. On third baseman in Major League Baseball history, who had the highest WAR before their age 33 season? Hint, they played in the Hall, or they're in the Hall of Fame. 1-1, missing outside. This is one that I've had in my camera roll for a long time, and I just want to make sure I'm using it. And again, there's no better time to use a old-time question than when you're on the road. 2-1, swing and a miss, out in front of it, 2-2 the count. Again, comment your guess in the comment section on Twitter. It's rtettemer9 or Florence_y'alls. Question is live there. You can just comment your guess. I'll shout you out here on the broadcast. Then you can also chime in on our YouTube audio stream live chat. 2-2, ground ball left side, past the diving glove of Craig into left field for a one-out single from Kyle Harbison. He continues to hit. Entered today with a .370 batting average. Alex Gruberman tuning in. He said Frontier League Pro Baseball Hall of Famer TC Popcorn. Possibly. Runner on first. Back to the top of the order in Jackson Tucker. 2 hits apiece for both ball clubs. A 1-0 lead for the Boomers. That one's in there for a strike on the fastball from Thompson. Sat down Tucker looking his first time up. 0-1, missing outside. 90 miles per hour there, 20-33 on the spin rate. One, fouls it away. It's amazing what Ross Thompson has turned his career to here in Schaumburg. Certainly has cemented himself in the starting rotation. It was 2024 when he was here in Schaumburg and was just getting pieced around here. And Florence had dropped the first 6 games to the Boomers on the season. 1-2, fouls it away to stay alive. And now pitching for the Boomers, he's found plenty of success. One-two, fouls it away. Stephen Gregg tuning in on the YouTube audio stream said go Florence y'alls. One-two. Fastball misses outside. Y'alls with a runner on first, looking for some offense. Straight up defense for the Boomers. 2-2. Slider misses away. Now a full count. Good at bat here from Tucker. Those skies start to get darker again. Sun has disappeared. And shade covers the field. Payoff pitch. Broken bat sent out towards center field. In comes Beal, and he's not able to get there. A broken bat single for Jackson Tucker. Florence in business with runners on first and second. And one away for Tyler Schoenfeld. That's Florence's first base runner past first base since the second inning of yesterday's ball game. Almost an entire game. Actually, it was an entire game between the time that Florence had got a runner on second. It's their third hit of the day. Schoenfeld trying to capitalize. One away, that third baseman Prater in on the grass. First pitch missing inside. One-oh, swing and a miss. Way through it on the off speed. One-oh on the count to Schoenfeld. Fastball missing inside. 89. Thompson, hands on the hips after that one. It did connect on track, man. That's just a wonder, like, really? I'd probably do a similar thing. 2-1. Off speed. Catches the bottom of the zone. 2-2. 858 on that spin rate. Two. Ground ball left side, past the diving glove of Craig into left field for a base hit. 3 hits in a row for the Alls. They've loaded the bases for the captain, Zeisler. And is this the moment we get history? Zeisler just needs 1 to tie and 2 to break. Against his former teammate, Ross Thompson. Can the captain come through? 1 away. Bases loaded. First pitch to him. Fouls it away. Thompson from the stretch. Here's the 0-1. Off speed, misses inside. I don't know if the Boomers know what's going on, but Florence certainly does. And what could be a pivotal moment for Hank Zeisler. One count. Kick the pitch to the captain. Fastball inside, no good. 2-1. Ground out to second his last time up. Infield playing him back. We just need to put one in play to tie the record. 2-1. Catches the outer half. A beautifully placed off speed from Thompson. I mean, just creeping in on the outer corner. Goes back to that 853 spin rate. Two and two. Fastball missing inside. A full count. Even a walk does a job. But Hank, please don't get the record on the walk. The 3-2 pitch fouls it away. He can tie the record on a walk. Give me a little bit more excitement for the actual record. Again, 1 more ties it, 2 breaks it. And certainly someone to have on second base in Jackson Tucker. One of the fastest on the team. Him and Shaney felt both on base. Count full with 1 away and the bases loaded. Y'all's trailing 1-0 here in the top of the third. The payoff pitch. Zeisler cranks it through for a base hit. 1 run will come in to score. Jackson Tucker getting the wave. He'll be in without a throw. History for the captain, Hank Zeisler, the new franchise record holder in RBIs. Congratulations to Hank, number 192. He has made history here in Schaumburg. A 2-run single also gives Florence the lead. But you know what? The other one's just a little bit more important. What a battle, too. Really amazing and really good stuff for the captain. Mark off another one for Hank. 1 down, about 5 more to go for Zeisler. What a record-breaking day. 1-0. Missing upstairs 2-0 to Bobo. Two-0 pitch. Fastball missing inside. Three-0 to Brendan Bobo. Fastball in there for a strike on the outer half. Creeped in at 88. Three-one. Skies that one out towards left field. Clark all the way out to the wall. He reaches the glove up and can't get there. Schoenfeld comes in to score. Right on his tail is Zeisler. A late wave around. Throw comes into the cutoff. Down to the plate. It's offline. A two-run double from Brendan Bobo. Florence on top 4-1. Brendan Bobo, some opposite field action. Punches that one 94 off the bat and just over the glove of Kellum Clark. Zeisler scoring all the way from first. And it's another double for Brendan Bobo. Florence still threatening, one away. It's Zaid Richardson at the plate. On top 4-1 against Thompson. Second time through, everybody has got on base. That one misses outside. 5 hits in the inning, all in a row for the Yalls. 1-0. Ground ball, left side, over towards the shortstop. Craig. Throw goes on to first. It's in time. 6-3 on the put away. Looking back, Bobo. And stays put over at second. Brings up Garrett Broussard, another RBI opportunity for him. First pitch, GB ropes that one out down the left field line. Clark all the way to the wall. Foul ball. I got no visual down over there in the corner. I'm blocked by some netting. But that one was pieced from Garrett Broussard, just pull side. Sent it for a ride for sure. 356 on the distance. Just a long strike. Still playing Tettemer trivia in the inning with a third baseman at the plate. I'll say the trivia again. Among third basemen in Major League Baseball history who had the highest WAR before their age 33 season. Check swing goes all the way around. My hint, that player is in the Hall of Fame. The question you need to ask yourself is, would Rory really make it that easy? 0-2, fouls it away. And then you also have to ask yourself, and is him saying, is it that easy, actually making it easier? And at that point, I don't know what to tell you until we get the answer. Everyone on the broadcast knows the team I cheer for outside of the Yalls. Here's the 0-2 swing and a miss. Broussard down on strikes, but Florence plates 4 in the inning. A 2-run double from Brendan Bobo and a 2-run single from the captain, Hank Zeisler. That etches his name in Florence franchise history. The most RBIs for the Alls. We head to the bottom of the third. Get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Front Sea League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the bottom half of the third inning. First pitch in there for a strike to the top of the order, Alec Craig. That one misses downstairs. Florence with a 4-1 lead as Yannick Villalobos goes back out to work. Now working with the lead, 1-1 off speed, missing just a bit outside. Just saw history for the captain, Hank Zeisler, new franchise record holder in RBIs. Florence franchise history. That one's in there, 2-2. Fastball called, strike three, dots up the outer half. Beautifully placed there from Yannick Villalobos. Villa's second K on the outing and started off his third with a one away. Let's get to our guesses for tonight's Tettemer Trivia. A lot of people saying the same person. That one's in there for a strike. Again, the question was among third basemen in Major League Baseball history. That one's fouled away. 0-2 count. Who had the highest WAR before their age 33 season? My hint, they're in the Hall of Fame. First, we had Alex Gruberman say Hall of Famer TC Popcorn. Florence Analytics just chimed in saying Michael Jack Schmidt. That one's fouled away. Greatest third baseman of all time, Mike Schmidt. Bella Jane said Mike Schmidt. Rich Tettemer said Mike Schmidt. Cam Beatty said Mike Schmidt. Zach Jury said Mike Schmidt. And Tyler Douglas says Adrian Beltre. Carter Cousins said Brooks Robinson and Chipper Jones. Ground ball left side. Broussard gloves it. Throw on to first is in time. Nifty play there from Broussard. 5-3 on the put away. He said Brooks Robinson and Chipper Jones. So we got Brooks Robinson, Chipper Jones, a lot for Mike Schmidt, Adrian Beltre, and then TC Popcorn as our guesses for Tettemer Trivia. Now, this question came to me when Manny Machado entered this list. First pitch, off speed downstairs, no good. Now his WAR before turning 33 is at 61.7. That's sixth all time among some talented names on this list. Ranking fifth would be Wade Boggs, 63.4. 2-0. Off speed downstairs, 3-0 the count. Ron Santo is fourth at 69.9 WAR. Jacob Brown with a late entry, Adrian Beltre. In third, second best third baseman of all time, George Brett at 70.3. And then this is when we get around here. Broken bat up the middle, fielded by Shaney Felt. Throw across the body in time. 4-3 on the put away. We'll continue Tettemer trivia in the top of the fourth. The Y'alls with a 4-1 lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN.
Fans, we've got ourselves some special occasions here at the ballpark tonight. We want to wish a very happy birthday to Phil Ross and Cinder. Happy birthday to all three of you. Happy number 9 to Avery, Matthew, and Natalie Willis. Congratulations again, Steve, on your retirement. And we want to congratulate Jim and Sue for celebrating 32 years of wedded bliss. Fans, it's time to light up the stadium. It's the Smile Cam presented by Kenneth Young Center. Shows those pearly whites, big smiles, big energy. You just might see yourself up on the big board. Smile Cam has been presented by Kenneth Young Center. Keep those smiles coming and enjoy the rest of the game. Fourth inning is brought to you by On the Mark Heating and Air. Leading off the fourth for the Y'alls, outfielder number 12, Brett Lundquist.
Top half of the fourth inning. Brett Blomquist will lead things off for Florence with a 4-1 lead over the Boomers. Ross Thompson still out there for Schaumburg. Blomquist, Baker, Harbison. That's 7-8-9 for Florence. First pitch, swing and a miss. The Y'alls plated 4 in the third. 5 hits in a row. 2-run single from Zeisler, a 2-run double from Brendan Bobo. We're still playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. 0-1, fouls it away. We're just getting to the answer. Among third basemen in Major League Baseball history who had the highest WAR for their age 33 season, everybody guessed Mike Schmidt, couple for Adrian Beltre, and then Chipper Jones and Brooks Robinson also guessed. I've gone through the top 6 here. Manny Machado, followed by Wade Boggs, Ron Santo, and George Brett. Called strike 3. Sits down Brett Blomquist, 4th K for Ross Thompson. And now this 1 and 2 is where you got to ask yourself, would Rory really go to his favorite team's greatest player at the third base position? Would I make it that easy, or would I just try and make you think that it's that easy and then you guess something else? Now, everyone did go for Mike Schmidt. That one's poked down the right field line. Foul territory. Underhand grab from Livermore for out number 2. The answer you're looking for is no, I'm not going to make it that easy. Mike Schmidt was number 2 with a 74.2 WAR before his age 33 season. He does have the highest WAR by a third baseman of all time, but did not get it before his age 33 season. The answer we're looking for with a whopping 86 is Eddie Matthews, who completely fell off after his age 33 season, but before that was locked down for, at the time, was the Milwaukee Braves. First pitch to Harbison in there for a strike. Started off as the Boston Braves in 1952, then Milwaukee for the majority of his career. He played with Atlanta in 1966, before 1967 going to Houston and Detroit, where he would finish his career. Now, he was only below a 5 WAR before his age 33 season, debuting at the age of 20. He's only had it twice. That one's poked out to shallow center field, actually sending Beal a little bit back. Makes the grab to end the inning. A 1-2-3 frame for Ross Thompson. We head to the bottom of the fourth. We'll continue talking about Tettemer trivia, but congratulations actually to no one who got that answer right. But the answer is Eddie Matthews. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HGN.
Looking for friendly 5-star service? For a limited time, your service call is free with any repair. For comfort, convenience, and care, make sure you give residential a call for your heating and air. Now, Sock, we got a big race coming down there. It was featured on Instagram today. A POV, you were running this race. This is a big moment.
Oh, it definitely is, Brendan. It's actually hometown headquarters, Dizzy Bag Race. I have Sam in the dog costumes on the third baseline. I have Emily in the cat costumes on the first baseline. This game is very simple. They're just put their head down on the baseball bat, swing on 5 times. After 5 times you drop the bat, you have 1, 2, 3 dog and cat toys. First to get all 3 toys back is our winner. Are we ready? Let's get started in 3, 2, 1, spin. We got 1 spin. We got 2 spins. We got 3 spins. We got 4 spins. We got 5. We got 5. Go, go, go. Sam's up to it. Leading ball. Emily's got 1. Sam's got 2. Emily's got 2. Will Sam do it? Sam did it! Sam did it! And here comes Emily to finish it off. Well done, Did you like that?
I enjoyed it. I did.
Bottom half of the fourth inning. Back at Wintrust Field, the Y'alls with a 4-1 lead. Kyle Fitzgerald, Kellum Clark, and Derek Andy Arena 4-5-6-2 up for the Boomers. Villalobos back out after a 1-2-3 third.
Leading off the court for the Boomers, first baseman number 5, Kyle.
Playing with a little bit of a lead. Villalobos trying to keep it that way. Fitzgerald, the fly out to center. Deep center field his last time up. Still going over our Tettemer trivia answer. The answer was Eddie Matthews. Talking about third baseman in the most WAR before their age 33 season. No one was able to get it. They were all guessing Michael Jack Schmidt, who did finish second and is the all-time leader in WAR from third baseman. But just comparing seasons or careers from Eddie Matthews and Schmidt. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. Eddie Matthews completely fell off after his age 33 season. He went from a 5.4 WAR to a 2.7, then down to a 1, a 0.9, and a 0.2 before ending his career at the age of 36, playing just 31 games, 57 plate appearances. So just completely fell off after the age of 33, whereas Michael Jack Schmidt continued to produce after 33. Age 34 season a 7, 35 is a 5, 36 is a 6.2, 37 is a 6.1, and then finally a little bit tail off, 1.9, and then technically negative 0.4 in his final season where he played just 42 games. A walk to Kyle Fitzgerald to start off the third inning. Second walk issued by Villalobos on the day. Plus, Matthews also debuted 2 years earlier than 2 years younger than Schmidt at the age of 20. No MVPs for Eddie Matthews. Danny Halbern asking, where's Brooks Robinson? Nowhere on the list. Maybe if we were talking about F4 and fielding WAR, that would matter. Let's see where Brooks Robinson finished in WAR. Obviously known for his gold gloves and, amazing play at third. Ended with just 78.3 WAR. And Manny Machado is going to beat that. You'd hope. Might not. He's tailing off right now. 0-2 the count to Kellum Clark. 0-2 pitch, fouls it away. That's another guy. I mean, he debuted at the age of 18. 23 years in the league. His highest WAR season was 8.1. That's when he led the league in RBIs, and he also played 163 games. How about that? 0-2. Ground ball up the middle, over towards Baker. Will tag second himself, throw across the diamond is in time. 6-3 on the double play. Perfectly spun there from Baker and Zeisler. Wipes the bases clean and 2 away. Mike Schmidt had a career-high 9.7 WAR in 1974. Led the league with a 546 slugging, 36 home runs, 116 RBIs, but also 106 walks. Ground ball left side, past the diving glove of Baker and into left field for a single for Andy Arena.
Third baseman, number 10, Will Cooper.
Let's go, Pittsburgh!
Mike Schmidt led the National League, or possibly the major leagues, in WAR, I guess 2 seasons, but the National League in 4 seasons. Eddie Matthews was never an MVP. Mike Schmidt won 3 of them. Brooks Robinson even won an MVP. But Eddie Matthews, his closest finish was second in 1959 when he had 46 home runs and hit 306. Not really a 300 hitter. Career 271, that one's bounced in the dirt and patted down like a pillow from Kyle Harbison. He only hit above 300 3 times in his career. Did lead the league in walks 4 seasons, 3 in a row, which is pretty amazing. But was never an MVP. Started in 1952 and retired in 1968. And I wonder where they would rank him on the, whenever I look at top third baseman of all time, it's always Schmidt 1, Brett number 2, and then you can go on and talk about the rest of the list. A lot of people like Brooks Robinson. There's a ground ball right back to Villalobos. Will run it over and give an underhand toss to first to end the inning. Allows a single and a runner on first. We head to the top of the 5th. The Yells with a 4-1 lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Thanks, Steve. Here come the T-shirts. We got some down the left field right here. T-shirt guys ready. Here comes number 1. T-shirt number 2 from the Bushels. Third base on the home plate. Oh, dear. No, there's no need for booing. He knows he made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Here comes T-shirt number 3. And the 4th and final T-shirt. Fifth inning is brought to you by Flood Brothers.
Top of the 5th, Florence with a 4-1 lead, back to the top of the order. Jackson Tucker will lead things off, followed by Shaney Felt and Zeisler. Tucker Villalobos doing his thing on the other side of the ball. He's kept this a 4-1 ball game. Florence looking for some more. Tucker 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored back in the third. Thompson still out there for the Boomers. First pitch and off speed missing inside. Let's look up a list of greatest third basemen of all time. See who everyone has at number 3. ESPN. Should we just go to the ESPN list? They have Ron Santo at 10. No MVPs. 9-time All-Star, 5 Gold Gloves, and a Hall of Fame. Edgar Martinez, 1-1, missing outside. The Seattle Mariner, not the Florence Y'all. 7-time All-Star, 5 Silver Sluggers, no MVPs. Adrian Beltre, Hall of Fame, NL Silver Slugger, AL Silver Slugger. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Craig. Throw scooped up and in time to retire Jackson Tucker. 6-3 on the put away. That'll bring up Tyler Schoenfeld. Paul Molitor at number 7 here. And Wade Boggs at 6. Is this just not counting MVPs? No, they do have MVP. Okay, I was going to say, all these players don't have MVPs. Wade Boggs didn't get an MVP. 8 Silver Sluggers, a 12-time All-Star, 2 Gold Gloves, and Hall of Fame. Fastball missing inside to Schoenfeld. Brooks Robinson at number 5. 18-time All-Star, 16 Gold Gloves, an MVP, All-Star MVP, World Series MVP, and the Hall of Fame. They got Chipper Jones at 4. He's in there for a strike. So that means they must, so they have Eddie Matthews at 3, George Brett at 2, and Michael Jack Schmidt at number 1, without a doubt. 12-time All-Star, 10 Gold Gloves, 3 MVPs, World Series MVP, 6 Silver Sluggers, Hall of Fame, and a championship. That one's in there for a strike 1 and 2. George Brett, just 1 MVP, 13 All-Stars, 3 Silver Sluggers, Gold Glove, and a Hall of Fame. The 1-2, ground ball, right side, over towards the first baseman Fitzgerald. Covering at first is Thompson for a 3-1 put away. Nice PFP there from Thompson. Oh, Gilligan's Island theme song here. That works for Hank Zeisler. Talks about the skipper, and technically he's the captain, not the skipper, but almost the same thing. How many people on the broadcast used to watch Gilligan's Island? I know my dad showed me all the seasons. Great show. 2-0 the count. Hank Zeisler, the new record holder in RBIs. He's crossed off 2 this season, runs and RBIs. Next up, doubles and homers. That one's in there for a strike. Maybe an off chance of walks creeping in there. He's 18 away from that. Two-one, missing outside. He's only 8 homers away. And then doubles, doubles he's 11 away. I assume that would probably come first. Hits at 26 away. Ground ball right side over towards the second baseman. 1-2-3 frame for for Thompson. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Yalls with a 4-1 lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom of the fifth, the Yalls with a 4-1 lead over Schaumburg. Jeff Nickel will lead things off. 8-9 top for the Boomers. Nickel, Livermore, and Craig. Villalobos back out for another frame. Walked one and allowed a single, which ran just a runner on first in the fourth. First pitch missing downstairs. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts for Villalobos, the talented lefty that made history earlier today. 1-0, missing outside. The start was his 73rd. That's the most starts in Florence franchise history. Ground ball, right side, fielded on the back end from Hank Zeisler. Racing over to the bases, Villalobos, and he makes a 3-1 put away. That one bobbled a little bit by Zeisler there. That's why it was so important for Villalobos to get there. Brings up Tony Livermore. 1 away with the bases empty. So we've seen 2 records fall today. That one's in there for a strike. I feel like there's so much debate in terms of greatest at their position. That one skied out towards right center field. Again for a ride. Tucker in the gap, still going, makes the grab for out number 2. I feel like there's so much debate for, the top at their position, really aside from third base. Like, everyone kind of agrees it's Mike Schmidt. Like, first base, I don't even know who I could tell you. Shortstop, toss-up. Second base, I'm assuming the crowd would go Roger Hornsby. Maybe the other crowd goes Chase Utley. Kidding, I'm kidding. They have Robinson Cano at 10. Ryan Sandberg at 8. Eddie Collins at 7. Roberto Alomar at 6. That one's in there for a strike. Rod Carew at 5. Nap Lajoie at 4. Joe Morgan at 3. And Jackie Robinson at 2. Fastball missing inside 3-1. And then Rogers Hornsby at 1. 2 NL Triple Crowns. Incredible. That one's a broken bat out towards center field. It's going to drop in no man's land. That'll be a 2-out single for Alec Craig. Send things over to Miles Beal. 1 for 2 on today, a single back in the first. But then another list. I guess it's presented alphabetically. That's not fun. Craig Biggio wasn't even on the other list, and this one they have him at number 2. That's weird. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. So maybe second base. Like a decent, I've seen a decent amount for Roger Hornsby. Shortstop. Is it Honus Wagner? ESPN has Trammell at 10. Barry Larkin, the red, at 8. That one missing inside. Now 3-0 the count. Robin Yount at 7. Ozzie Smith at 6. Derek Jeter at 5. Jeter never an MVP. All-Star in World Series. 3-0. In there for a strike. Cal Ripken 4. Ernie Banks at 3. Rodriguez at 2. And yeah, Honus Wagner at 1. (3-1). Missing downstairs. Third walk issued by Villalobos. He's put himself in a little trouble here with 2 away. Now facing the reigning Frontier League MVP, Anthony Calarco. First pitch to Calarco. Off speed missing downstairs. (1-0) in there for a strike. I feel like the outfield, when you're talking about it, usually always depends if you're including steroids or not. Technically, Barry Bonds should be in the conversation. But there's just so many positions that it's tough to say. And so many great players as well in the outfield. Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Ken Griffey. Just a bunch. 1-2. Dominic Brown. 2-2 the count. Villalobos trying to get out of it. Kick the 2-2 pitch. That one's sent down out towards left field. Blomquist is coming in. He dives and he can't get there. He runs by and 1 run comes in to score. They're going to wave around Beal. Throw goes into second. A 2-run double for Anthony Calarco. Makes this a 1-run ball game. Good bid there from Brett Blomquist. Dive and just couldn't get it. If he doesn't go full extension, probably just makes it 1 run. It's an inexperienced guy in left field. Obviously, the majority of his play is in the infield. But it really was a good bid from Blomquist. That's the danger you put yourself in when you got 2 outs and you just can't walk guys up here. They have such a talented top of the order. And you give anything for Anthony Calarco to hit, and he will make you pay, especially when you leave a fastball middle with 2 strikes. That's just a tough spot. Max Whitesell warming up for the Alls. Villalobos trying to get out of this inning. He's got 2 outs. It's Kyle Fitzgerald. He's also trying to leave with a decision, you'd hope. That one skied out towards center field. Tucker all the way to the warning track. He leaps at the wall and he makes the grab. Another long fly out from Kyle Fitzgerald. Jackson Tucker with a great track down to end the inning. 2 runs come across for Schaumburg. Now just a 4-3 Florence lead. We head to the top of the 6th when we return to the Frontier League Network powered by HDN.
Fans, it is time. Turn your attention towards the right field bullpen. It is the Aegis Construction Aerosol Can Race. We've got sunscreen in green, insect repellent in red, shaving cream in blue cans. On your marks, get set, go! Here they go. Insect repellent, sunscreen out to early lead, shaving cream in third, insect repellent nozzle. Here they go. Down the stretch they go. Insect repellent, sunscreen nozzle. Sunscreen has the edge. It looks like sunscreen is going to take this one. Insect repellent in second. Shaving cream. Well, shaving
Top of the sixth, Brendan Bobo lead things off. Still Ross Thompson on the mound. Some people standing up in the Schaumburg bullpen. One-0 to Brendan Bobo, missing outside. Florence up just 4-3. 2 runs come across against Villalobos. Looking like his night is done as Max Whitesell continues to get warm. 2-0 in there for a strike. Florence trying not to make the same mistake as yesterday, leave a guy in for that extra inning. However, it is the 5th once again where 2 runs come across and at least make this a tighter game than they'd want. 2-1. Bobo punches it out to center field. With room is Beal for out number 1.
Now waiting for the Yaws, designated hitter number 9, Zay Richardson.
Brings up Zade Richardson. He's 1 for 2 today. Top half of the 6th inning. Florence out hitting the Boomers 6-5. Just a 1-run ball game. First pitch in there for a strike. Oh, 1 fouls it away. Richardson grounded out to short his last time up. Was able to get the better of his former teammate in the 2nd inning. Had a single, was stranded at first. Oh, 2. Base hit through the left side of the infield. Second hit of the day for Zade Richardson. Puts a 1-out runner aboard for the Yalls. Nice piece there. Able to spoil off an off-speed downstairs and send it through the 5-hole. Brings up Garrett Broussard. Broussard 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. That one's fouled away. Florence only able to get to Thompson in the 3rd, where they scored all 4 runs. It was 5 consecutive hits. Other than that, they've had 1, 2, 3 innings in the 1st, 4th, and 5th. One is in there for a strike bottom of the zone, missing on TrackMan by about half an inch downstairs. Oh, 2. Slider missing outside. One, 2. Off speed downstairs. 2-2 the count. Broussard able to lay off. Sun starting to creep back out here. Wintrust Field. 2-2. Fouls it away into the Y'all's dugout. It is shining still in right field. The infield is covered in shade. The dark clouds staying away from Wintrust Field. Things have opened up after what was a tough forecast, looking at it in the morning. 2-2, swing and a miss. Couldn't lay off that slider there. Broussard is down on strikes. That's the 5th K for Thompson, who's worked 5 2/3. See what Blomquist can do against him. He's down 0-2 on the night. Struck out looking his last time up. Sent one all the way to the wall in right field his first time around. First pitch fouls it away. A 1 in there, off speed, middle. The 0-2 pitch missing outside. A lot of off speeds here from Thompson. Right-handed pitcher warming up for the Boomers. Probably going to be the last inning for Thompson. 1-2, swing and a miss. Blomquist down on strikes, and Thompson picks up his 6th K, stranding a runner at first. Adding to the bottom of the 6th, Florence holding to a narrow 1-run lead when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN.
Please rise. This evening's singing of God Bless America will be performed by Angelina Senoff.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my own sweet home. God bless America, my own sweet home.
Fans, it is officially time for the Woodman's home run inning. Today's lucky contestant is Kyle Copeland from Carpentersville, Illinois. If Kyle Fitzgerald hits a home run in the 6th inning of tonight's game, Kyle Copeland will win a $100 Woodman's gift card. For your chance to win, visit a kiosk located within your nearest Woodman's Food Market. Woodman's has the largest grocery selection in the state. You haven't grocery shopped if you haven't shopped Woodman's. Woodman's fans, your votes are in. The next song was selected by you during Anyways Girls Call Music Requests. Sit back, sing along, and enjoy your fan pick tune here in the middle of the 6th. You know, by mistake, of course, if Kel Clark hits a home run here in the 6th, Kyle goes home a winner. Fans made ourselves really want to go on the mound before we all, number 44, Max Whiteside. Leading off the 6th for the Boomers, left fielder number 21, Jellum Clark.
Bottom of the 6th. It's the Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. You can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Max Whitesell, the new arm, in for Florence. Yannicker Villalobos will end his night and leave with a lead. Just a narrow lead at that, a 4-3 Florence lead. That one's fouled away 0-2. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 2 Ks. Villalobos able to bounce back, and on a day where he made history, that had to feel good. 0-2, missing outside. One, two, misses in. Whitesell, the 2-2 delivery, slider inside. Whitesell has been a very talented relief pitcher for Florence this year. Certainly has been one of the more reliable ones that Florence can count on in the late innings. Florence looking for a little bit of depth here, bringing him in the 6th. The payoff fouls it away. 22 2/3 innings, 22 hits, 13 runs, just 12 of them earned, 7 walks, and 24 Ks for the right-hander out of Dayton, Ohio. I believe I saw earlier today that Whitesell also had another member of the family commit to Thomas More University. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Down on strikes, he picks up a strikeout against Callum Clark, his first of the night. That'll bring up Derek Andy Arena, 1 for 2. Yeah, Miles Whitesell committing to Thomas More University. Congratulations to him. That one's skied out towards center field. Jackson Tucker with a beat on it and room in front of the track. He makes the grab for out number 2, a long fly ball from Andy Arena. Brings up Will Prater, 0 for 2 on the night. Obviously, it's cool seeing Thomas More University commit, being that, hey, we play at Thomas More Stadium. Whitesell can see plenty of his family member. Don't know if it's a brother or not. I'd assume so. Won't make any assumption. First pitch to Prater, missing inside. Y'all's clinging to a 4-3 lead. One-0, slider misses up. Let me just assume the plan here for the Y'alls. Get Whitesell through 1, Hopewell, or Whitesell through 1 or 2, Hopewell through 1, and send it to McAvoy for the 9th. Fastball in there for a strike. It'll be one of Whitesell or Hopewell going 1 or 2. Two-one, fouls it away. The other 2 relievers they have are Chapa and Jones. Or they do have Harajli as well. They could go to Harajli. Recently activated. But Chapa would be making his professional debut, and Jones just came in today. There's a base hit through the left side of the infield. Prater, a 2-out single. Jones acquired from the Tri-City Valley Cats. He was released, and Florence picked him up off waivers. First pitch, a slider out.
Let's go, Jeff!
The 1-0, fouls it away. Nickel with an RBI double in the second, grounded out to first his last time up. Right-handed pitcher still warming for the Boomers. So that should be it for Ross Thompson. Would go 6 innings, allowing 4 runs, 6 Ks, no walks, 7 hits. 1-1. Fastball missing outside at 89. Two and one. Misses out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Now a full count. Whitesell trying to end it here before circling back up to the top of the order. Runner takes off the payoff pitch. Misses inside. Runners first and second for Tony Livermore.
Now then into the Brewers, second baseman, number 2, Tony Livermore.
The Owls with just a 1-run lead. 2 quick outs from Whitesell. Now a single and a walk has put runners first and second and 2 away. We'll be starting off with the top of the order next inning. Now you hope if you're able to get out of this. First pitch punched down the third baseline, foul territory. Broussard that way, and it's off the net. I might have misspoke. I think Hopewell's going to start getting loose, and maybe it's him trying to go 2 innings. No one won the count. Look at second. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Now 0-2. That one misses outside, 1-2. Fastball just runs away there. 92 miles per hour. One-two, fouls it away. Guess I should have been doing this date in baseball history in this inning. We'll do it in the 7th. Whitesell to stretch. 1-2 pitch. That one skied out towards right field. In comes Bobo. Plenty of room. Makes the grab to end the inning. Whitesell strands runners first and second. We head to the top of the 7th. Florence still with a 4-3 lead when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN.
Player of the game this evening, Jay Krug is proud to support hard work, hustle, and standout performances on the field. Stay tuned all game long. You never know who will step up to take the honor. If you need a new ride, visit your friendly Ford in Roselle. They offer the best rides and the best prices. Go Ford. All right, fans, it is time for some Gangnam Style. The fan with the best dance move gets to go home with a prize, courtesy of Gangnam Korean Barbecue. Get on your feet, bring the energy,
Hooves Hangout Pitching Change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Wyatt Cameron, the right-handed pitcher, in for Ross Thompson. Thompson's final line, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, no walks, and 6 strikeouts. Leaves with the loss. Florence hoping to hand it to him. Just a 4-3 lead that they're clinging on. Would love to get some insurance. Baker 0 for 2 tonight. It will be Baker, Harbison in the top of the order, Tucker. Cameron, 12 games so far entering today. An 0-1 record. 6.59 ERA entering across 11 or 13 and 2/3. Broken bat down the first baseline. 18 hits, 10 runs, 9 walks, and 17 Ks. Certainly a strikeout artist with an 11.2 K per 9. Decent amount of walks. Has just been hit around a little bit. Cameron 34 times for the Great Falls Voyagers of the Pioneer League in 2025, a 1-1 record. Went with 8 saves and a 3.93 ERA in 2025. Pitched at Central Connecticut State. Named as the MVP of the NEC tournament. Now one missing downstairs, a full count to Dylan Baker. Chase Hopewell warming up for Florence. Unsure if that means the end for Whitesell or he'll be able to go back out there. That one's skied foul. Hopewell does have a interesting warm-up approach. I think he normally warms up a little longer than everyone else. Payoff pitch, missing upstairs. Leadoff runner aboard. First walk of the night for Florence. Dylan Baker gets it done. Brings up Kyle Harbison. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Harbison shows bunt, pulls back, it misses outside. Harbison is the bottom of the order for Florence. Wouldn't be shocking to see a sacrifice bunt put down here. Shows it again, 1-0, missing outside, 2-0. Wyatt Cameron from Salisbury, Vermont. So up in the northeast area. Went to Middlebury High School, Middlebury, Vermont. I'm familiar. Oh, and he also went to New England College. In 2020 and 2021, I would have played against them. And 22. Maybe that's why the name sounds familiar. And 23, how many years in college does this guy have? 6. 6 seasons in college for Wyatt Cameron. So they went 4 at NEC. Obviously got the COVID year back and 2021 back. And then he used both those years at Central Connecticut State. How about that? 2-0, missing outside. Well, let's look back here, see if I did face him. Rio in there for a strike. That one's high and inside, no good. So my senior year we played him. I did pitch against them, but he did not pitch. only played him once. So nothing in 22. Runners first and second. So walk to Kyle Harbison. Jackson Tucker at the plate. He shows bunt, pulls back, and misses outside. 1-0 the count. Florence runners first and second and nobody out. In 2021, we only played the conference. That's right. In 2020, it'll be the last year I could have played him. 1-0. Bunt right back over towards the pitcher. Throw on to first. Jackson Tucker does a job. Sacrifice bunt moves runners second and third with one away. That'll go 1-3 on the put away. Moves Baker over to third and Harbison to second. Florence now with a couple opportunities to try and bring home some insurance. And unfortunately, in 2020, he did not pitch either. So did not play him. Played his team. He was in the other dugout. I thought we could have had something fun there for a second. Forgot 2021, that season was like still a shortened COVID season. You only played your conference. Didn't go to Florida. We were getting tested 3 times a week. Of course, Massachusetts. Infield in against Schoenfeld. Runners second and third and one away. One's in there for a strike. Oh, 1. Off speed, missing just outside. One fouls it away. Here's the 1-2. Schoenfeld skies it down the left field line. Clark is working towards the foul line, and it bounces off the tarp. That would have been a great piece for Schoenfeld. Probably brought in 2, or even a sacrifice fly. Infield in. Cameron, the 1-2. Ground ball left side over towards the shortstop. Throw goes on to first. Nothing else happens. It's the 6-3 put away. No job there. Runners second and third. That gives relief to the infield, and now it's up to Hank Zeisler. Florence trying not to leave 2 out there. Also, I think it gives a little bit of momentum over towards Schaumburg. Hopewell's still getting warm. That is going to be the end of the night for Whitesell. You don't warm a guy up the entire long inning and not put him in. So it'll be just 1 inning from Whitesell, and then they'll try and get 2 from Hopewell. Would be, the best case scenario. First pitch and off speed in there for a strike. A 1. Zeisler skies it high. Third base side, foul territory. Prater all over it, trying to find it, and he makes the grab to end the inning. Again, just a little bit more momentum that you didn't need to give back to Schaumburg. They strand 2 in scoring position. Florence does not get the job done with nobody out. Weren't able to do it. We head it to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time at Wintrust Field. Chase Hopewell entering when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Stretch time at Wintrust Field, always brought to you by the Stretch Lab. Their team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you could ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com to find a location near you. It's also Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Chase Hopewell in to face at the top of the order for the Boomers. First pitch missing outside. Hopewell in a big-time spot here. A one-run lead, trying to cling to it, and Florence, I believe, asking multiple innings from him. Hoping to get 1 and 2 for the 7th and 8th and give way to their closer, McAvoy, in the 9th. So it's a big-time task. Off-speed beautifully placed in there for a strike. Let's see how Hopewell handles it. The flame-throwing righty used to operate in Chicago last season with the Joliet Slammers. Now over here in Schaumburg. Pitching for the Florence Yalls. 1-1 missing downstairs. Well, you know that his stuff is plus material. 14 and a third innings pitched, 13 hits. It's 12 runs, 11 of them earned, 13 walks, and 16 Ks. His last time out against Gateway, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts, plus a home run that did the damage. Off speed downstairs. Not a guy you want to put on base. Alec Craig. With a 3-1 count already. Hopewell went through a stretch of 3 appearances where he didn't have a walk. But the walk number's still high at 13 in just 14 and a third innings pitched. 3-1. Fastball downstairs. Tying run is aboard. And a leadoff walk for Alec Craig. I wonder if Whitesell was just a little bit more efficient there at the end, if they would have sent him into the 7th. Ended up leaving runners first and second, but pitched a few more pitches that maybe went over some sort of count that they had for him. Now you put a speedster on first, and with this top of the order in here, off speed in there for a strike, it's just a dangerous way to open up the inning. Hopewell, one of the few pitchers with affiliate experience. Played in Clearwater with the Phillies. Just a single season. Pick off at them, nothing going. Pitch near Florence, University of Cincinnati. He is a Bearcat. Oh, 1. Shows bunt, punches it right back over towards Hopewell. Throw goes on to first. I think it's a smart play. Why complicate things a little bit more? I do think if he immediately looks at second, he has him out over there. Alec Craig had to pause for that one to get down because it was punched up a little bit in the air. Now, again, I agree with the decision just to go to first because it's easy. Don't want to complicate things for yourself, and don't throw one into center field, and all of a sudden then you have problems. But there is the go-ahead or tying run in scoring position now. Sacrifice bunt from Miles Beal, and now it's the reigning Frontier League MVP, Calarco. That one scooped up there from Harbison, runner off to third, no throw. So without doing anything, you moved over Alec Craig just 90 feet away. And I'm interested in how Florence approaches this. Do they intentionally walk Anthony Calarco? And that's exactly what they're going to do. Smart. Smart. Why let the reigning Frontier League MVP hurt you? It's a smart move, plus it puts a double play back in order. Now, with that being said, Fitzgerald has been nails. I mean, 2 long flyouts that are way out of here at Thomas More Stadium. So if you played this game at Thomas More, it's a 2-homer night for Fitzgerald, plus he had a home run yesterday. They hung in. Jackson Tucker was able to grab him. See how Hopewell handles it. That's an intentional walk to Calarco. Fastball missing downstairs. The walk does still count against Hopewell. So that's 2 walks on the night. albeit one intentional. Runners at the corners, just one away. Florence with a 4-3 lead clinging. Fastball in there, 92. One. Punched foul, out of play. 1-2 the count. Hopewell. 1-2 pitch. Off speed. Called strike 3. I didn't think he was going for it at first. Oh, what a slow call. I was like, that was middle. What a big pitch from Chase Hopewell. Gets his first strikeout and sits down Kyle Fitzgerald to bring up Callum Clark. Now you don't want to lose that adrenaline. Keep it moving. Obviously, you get a big out there. That's a big-time person to put away. Now it's Callum Clark. 0 for 2 on the day and grounded into a double play. First pitch, swing and a miss on a check swing all the way around, 81. Tell you what, that banger's looking better than ever from Hopewell. Really able to use that off-speed well right now. And if you're able to throw the hammer off of a mid-90s fastball, you're certainly going to get some action. 0-1. Sent out towards left field. That's going to send Blomquist back over his head. This is a tie ball game, if more. Stop sign to Calarco over at third, and an RBI double from Callum Clark. He does the job, and Florence is tied up at 4-4. 94, bottom of the zone. Clark went chasing and makes Florence pay. Toby Hall's going to go talk to Hopewell. Immediately, I don't think there's a way you see Hopewell in the 8th. So Florence will have to get crafty, whether they go to McAvoy for 2 innings, which we've seen them do. I don't know if that's immediately what they're thinking. First of all, you also have to get the lead. Or do something on offense. Florence has had 4 runs in just 1 inning and 4 runs in the first 2 innings. Outside of that, they have not done much on offense this series. Andy Arena with runners second and third, hoping to break this game open. The job is not done here from Hopewell. This is still a big threat. Andy Arena has seen the ball well. He skies it out towards center field, sending Tucker on the run in the gap, and it's off his glove. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Jackson Tucker can't make the play. It's 6-4 Schaumburg. Take another look at the track down here from Tucker. Just couldn't make the bid on a leaping grab. Florence loses the game for Villalobos and lets Thompson off the hook. Right now it's a loss pinned on Hopewell. Florence is unable to come back. They'll have 6 outs to do so. Again, still not out of the inning. And a tough challenge in Will Prater as well. First pitch, swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. unfortunate thing is you let the wrong people hurt you. Kellum Clark and Andy Arena. Although Andy Arena, I mean, what a start to his professional career. I mean, not the people that you think would hurt you in this lineup. That one's roped down the right field line. That's going to bring home another. Make it 7-4, Schaumburg. RBI triple from Prater. The gates have been blown open at Wintrust Field. So now Florence can experiment. No point of using McAvoy when you're not with a lead. Do you go to Harajli? Do you go to Chapa? We'll see what they do. And it's going to be Chapa. That one bounces in the dirt, gets away. 8-4. Wild pitch from Chase Hopewell. 5 runs all earned against the right-handed pitcher. This one has flipped on its head. 1-0, base hit. Tony Livermore coming up to the plate. He's the 9th to the plate for Schaumburg. 4 hits in a row. Off speed upstairs. This would be Florence's first drop series to Schaumburg since 2024. Oh, 1. In there for a strike. Schaumburg, just too much talent for that storyline to even had made sense last year, let alone bring it into this year. Florence had just owned Schaumburg. I'm glad we can throw that storyline away. We don't have to talk about it anymore. That one bounces in the dirt. Back pick attempt, nothing going. 1-2. Opa trying to get out of it, a 1-2 count. Runner on first and 2 away. 1-2 pitch, fouls it away. 89 miles per hour, losing a little bit of velo here. Two. Fouls it away. Two again, way upstairs. Now a full count. Payoff. Misses. Scratch out your scorebooks. Schaumburg has hit around.
Shortstop number 7, Alec Craig.
That's going to do it for Chase Hopewell. Toby Hall will relieve him and head to the rookie Dylan Chapa for his professional debut when we return to the Frontier League Network powered by HDM. Lee's famous recipe chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. Pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's famous recipe chicken. Lee's always fresh, never frozen. Dylan Chapa in for his professional debut. Fastball way outside on the first pitch he throws. 88 miles per hour. Chapa signed just before this road trip. Out of Waller, Texas, 5'11", 200 pounds, the right-handed pitcher. 1-0 in there for a strike. It's tough to say anything about Chapa because there's not much on him. 2025, he was at the University of Southern Indiana, but in 2025, he redshirted and did not appear. 1-1 missing upstairs. Was that Lenore Rhine? As a junior in 2024. Two-one, missing upstairs, 3-1. Went 72 at a third innings pitched. Gave up 67 Ks, or had 67 Ks, 32 walks, and a 5.97 ERA. 3-1 downstairs. Craig walks for the second time in the inning. That loads the bases with 2 away. It's been a brutal inning for Florence. Still not done. All of this happening with 2 outs. Chapa trying to find a footing here. First pitch in there for a strike.
Let's go, Mayo!
Was in the USPBL United States Professional Baseball League. 4 teams there. Utica Unicorns, Westside Woolly Mammoths. One. One's in there for a strike. That must have been where he was at last. Again, there's just not much. You know, his baseball reference only shows Lenore Rhine in 2024. 1-2. Upstairs. 2-2 the count. Y'all's trail 8-4 now. 5 runs come across. They've blown the lead here in the 7th. 2-2. Runs inside and hits him. So a walk and a hit by pitch will start Chapo's professional career. Makes this a 9-4 ball game, slipping out of the hands of Florence. That run still charged to Chase Hopewell, as is the runner on third. Now it's Anthony Calarco with the bases loaded. Kyle Harbison's going to go try and settle him down.
Let's go, Anthony!
Off speed upstairs, no good to Calarco. The 1-0. Outside 2-0. Off speed in there for a strike, 2-1. Two one, check swing. Three one. Skied foul, 3-2. It's been a rough start for Ciampa to start his professional career. Obviously, the walk and an RBI hit by pitch, but you gotta figure if he's able to put away the reigning Frontier League MVP, that'll give him a little bit of confidence, which is really just what he needs. Obviously, anybody's first time out there in front of Schaumburg, it should strike some nerves, I'm sure. 3-2, swing and a miss. What do you say? Ciampa picks up a strikeout against the reigning Frontier League MVP, Anthony Calarco. Strands the bases loaded, but the damage is done. 5 runs come across, or 6 runs come across against Florence. They trail with only 6 outs to play when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top of the 8th, the Yalls trailing 9-4. Brendan Bobo trying to start off things for Florence. I believe it's a new pitcher in for Schaumburg. Number 22 for the Boomers. That one's fouled away. Jack Snyder is in. Sorry, didn't know where my roster went for a second. Jack Snyder in for Wyatt Cameron. A 1-2 count to Bobo. Cameron goes just an inning, gives up 2 walks. No strikeouts, no runs, no hits. Florence let him off the hook, leaving runners stranded at second and third. That one misses outside. Two and 2 the count. That one's downstairs, 3-2. Snyder, second stint with the Boomers, pitched for the team in 2021 before being signed by the Rays. Struck out 30 in 21 innings in 2021 with a 2.14 ERA over 14 games. Reached Double-A Montgomery with the Rays and pitched 11 times in relief in 2025, sporting a 7.88 ERA over 16 innings with 10 strikeouts. So played for the Butter and Blue, the Biscuits. Double-A Montgomery, great program. Payoff pitch, missing inside. Florence gets a leadoff walk. It'll take a lot for the Yalls here. We've seen them come back from tougher tasks. The game kind of in purgatory right now. A meaningless area, unless Florence is able to get the offense they need. I'm assuming it's going to be Chapa going back out there. As Richardson skies one out towards deep center field. Beal is at the warning track at the wall. He looks up. So long. 2-run shot for Zade Richardson. Out to deep center field. 4:06 on the distance. 97 on the exit velo. Makes this a 9-6 ball game. Richardson's 4th blast of the season. His 3rd hit of the day. Gives Florence a little bit of life. Can never count him out. Trailing 3 runs. As Broussard skies one out towards center field. That one's hanging in for Beal. Makes the grab backpedaling for out number 1. Broussard sends it for a ride. Brings up Brett Blomquist. First pitch to Blomquist, off speed in there for a strike. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Missing downstairs. Blomquist 0 for 3 today. Couple of strikeouts his last 2 times up. Oh-2. Hard hit through the right side of the infield. First hit of the day for Brett Blomquist.
Now batting for the Yellow, shortstop number 6, Dylan Baker.
Good to keep the train moving. Dylan Baker skies one out towards right field. Andy Arena coming in. He makes the grab for out number 2. Y'all's down to their final 4 outs. The 1-0 hard hit through the left side of the infield. Another base hit for Kyle Harbison. His second of the day. Runners first and second as we head back to the top of the order.
Now batting for the Yellow, center fielder number 55.
It's Jackson Tucker. 2 runs have come across for the Yalls. Again, now it's a 3-run ball game. If Florence is able to get it close, might try and make a quick change, although I don't know if, with 2 outs, they're going to be able to warm anyone up. So it's probably going to be Chapa's inning in the 8th, regardless of what Florence can do here. But I'm starting to see lightning out in the distance. Looks like clear skies over us, but there are certainly dark clouds out past left field. It's been avoiding Wintrust Field all night. Let's hope it stays that way. 10 hits apiece for both ball clubs. First and second, 2 away. First pitch to Jackson Tucker. Missing downstairs, getting away from the catcher, but not far enough. One-0, missing outside. Too well. As Tucker rips one out towards left center field. That's going to drop in and go into the gap. They're going to wave around Blomquist. He comes in to score right on his tail. Harbison and a hard stop sign at third. An RBI double for Jackson Tucker, make it a 9-7 ball game. No quit in Florence. They have runners second and third, and Tyler Schoenfeld coming to the plate. Second hit of the day for Jackson Tucker. He's enjoying a 2-for-4 line. This time an RBI double. All doubles brought to you by Taco Mama, where anytime's a good time for a margarita. Visit Taco Mama in their new location in Union off of US Route 42. Looks like we'll have a new pitcher coming in for the Boomers when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the 8th, we're back in. First pitch from Aaron Glickstein. Runs inside and hits Schoenfeld on the leg. And it seems like it's buckled him just a little bit on the hamstring. Slow to move as Patrick McCormick, the trainer for Florence, comes out. Schoenfeld's wheels would be huge here as the Yalls trail just 9-7. He's going to stay in the game and jog down to first, which is a good sign. I know that, when it hits right in that muscle on a hamstring, probably, you know what, I'm going to say, definitely not the easiest. Hank Zeisler, already with 2 RBIs today and a big opportunity here. That one's in there for a strike. Had runners on second and third in the 7th, and he wasn't able to come through. Let's see what he could do here with the bases loaded and 2 away. Aaron Glickstein on the mound. Tying run at second and Jackson Tucker. First pitch, or second pitch, in there for a strike 0-2. Zeisler quickly down 0-2. Captain trying to keep the Yalls in this one. Florence still no action in their bullpen. What a tight opportunity for Dylan Chapa in his professional debut. The 0-2 missing upstairs. Apologies for the screaming kid. Crowd mic here is, more pointed towards the fans than it is the game. I'm sitting behind the fans, essentially. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. Zeisler not able to get it done. Bases stranded. Heading to the bottom of the 8th when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
Ladies and gentlemen, make a mark your calendars for Friday, August 28th as we celebrate Chicago Burbs Night. It's our alternate identity night honoring the amazing communities that make up Chicagoland. From Schaumburg, Naperville, Elgin, and Northern tonight's, we're bringing suburban pride to the ballpark. Be sure to check out our exclusive Chicago Burbs merchandise, including the brand new 847 hats, available now in the team store. Grab your friends, grab your hometown, and don't miss this night celebrating everything that makes the Burbs special. Injured during the game or staying active this season? Skip the ER and visit Ortho. Access immediate care from Illinois Bone Joint Institute. Expert orthopedic care right when you need it. Illinois' largest orthopedic group and proud partners of the Schaumburg Commanders. Hoopers fans, hit a home run with your home comfort. Call today for your free in-home estimate. Take advantage of up to 72 months, 0% finance on new installation. Looking for friendly 5-star service? For a limited time, your service call is free with any repair. For comfort, convenience, and care, make sure you give Residential a call for your heating and air. Leading on the 8th for the Boomers, first baseman number 5, Kyle Fitzgerald.
Let's go, Fitz!
Bottom of the 8th. 9-7 Yalls lead. Dylan Chapa's still out there. Kyle Fitzgerald is the batter. Dylan Chapa, his professional debut. He was able to sit down. The reigning Frontier League MVP, after a walk and a hit by pitch, started things off. That one bounces in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Let's get into our Rip That Pack segment here. Back to the Topps Chrome update. Home of the rookie debut patch autograph. Here's the 1-1, bounces in the dirt. 2-1. Chapa walking a hit by pitch, started things off, and then he got that strikeout. So a mixed bag. Starting things off for the professional career of the rookie. Yesterday we did end up getting a former Frontier League player. That one skied down the right field line. Brendan Bobo heading towards foul territory. He runs out of room. This time we're going to start things off with Connor Thomas. Rookie card there for the Milwaukee Brewers. Idolized Greg Maddux with the Braves, emulating the professor with the way he outthinks hitters on the mound. Rule 5 draft pick from St. Louis. Isn't overpowering, but he's crafty. Had a 2.89 ERA and 90-plus innings at AAA in 2024. Then we get the now red Eugenio Suarez. Eugenio Suarez on this card with the Seattle Mariners. What a great season he had last year. 30 home runs before being traded. That one's roped into center field. Leadoff single from Kyle Fitzgerald.
Now batting for the Brewers, left fielder number 21, Kellen Clark.
Then we get a refractor in Gunnar Hoglund. It is a sepia refractor, rookie pitcher for the Athletics. And our final card is Chase Dollander. Dollander, the former University of Tennessee alum. Pitching with the Rockies, I believe he's injured right now. Might have been out for the season. Had a hot start to 2026. Fitzgerald with the rolling lead over at first, taking advantage of the rookie for a stolen base. Read him like a book. First stolen base of the day for either ball club. Now a runner in scoring position. It was an interesting point there. You know, Florence didn't have to stick with Chapa if they got someone warmed up. So they opted to throw Chapa in what is a pretty high intense situation here. Just a 2-run deficit. I mean, certainly able for Florence to come back. And they roll with the rookie. And for Chapa, it's like, hey man, this is my professional debut and they're trusting me. I gotta show up for these guys. See how he does here. Already a 3-0 count. That one's in there for a strike, bottom of the zone. Florence with the last 2 innings there are not going to be able to look themselves in the face. Strand to the bases loaded and runners second and third. The 6th and 7th off speed upstairs. Back-to-back. Second walk issued from Dylan Chapa. Back-to-back runners aboard. Nobody out. First and second for Derek Andy Arena. Toby Hall is going to come talk to him with nobody in the bullpen. I think all of this stems from the y'all stranding runners second and third in the 6th. In the 7th. Just having that little bit of ammunition for the Boomers just gave them enough motivation, and they tagged up 6 on Hopewell. Gave them all the momentum they needed. So I think that, while it's not a stat that's going to show up on paper, that is a big situation that Florence needed it to get home. Top of your order, second and third was just 1 away. You had first and second, nobody out. Obviously, you did the sacrifice bunt. Rolling lead again. That one misses upstairs. Throw down to second. Tag applied, not in time. double steal. They're all over Chapa right now. 3 stolen bases in the inning. It's an interesting thing for a rookie pitcher to try and figure out, switching up his looks and the timing. The professionals will just take advantage of it if you don't know what you're doing out there. And certainly Kyle Fitzgerald leading the charge. The double steal as the infield now comes in, nobody out and runners second and third. A 3-0 count to Andy Arena. In there for a strike, 3-1. One pitch, roped out towards left center field. Tucker on the run, he dives. Able to stop it, but not a grab. A run comes in to score. Caught between second and third is Kellum Clark. Throw goes on to second, off the glove of Baker. Everybody's gonna be safe. It's an RBI single. Kellum Clark put himself into some trouble, and Florence lets him off the hook. Still nobody out. Runners at the corners. First pitch upstairs to Will Prater, an RBI triple his last time up. He's 2 for 4. Y'all's trailing 10-7. One out. In there for a strike. A little hesitation to throw Harajli right now. They're going to start warming up Logan Jones. Jones just got here today after a travel from Tri-City over here. Threw 2 days ago, 2 innings of work. Certainly not the position where you want to be coming in. And Harajli fresh off the IL. Should be ready, and Florence not using him. 2-1. Ground ball left side through. An RBI single for Prater. Still nobody out in the inning. Back to a 4-run lead for Schaumburg. Again, you had plenty of opportunity to warm someone else up in the bullpen. I think it's just asking a lot of a rookie pitcher in their debut to try and contain a talented Schaumburg roster. Like this. First pitch upstairs, no good. Let's take a look at our This State baseball history. Didn't get to do that in the 6th. Always presented by Furniture Fair. Style, comfort, value. That's the Furniture Fair promise. Visit your local showroom or shop online at FurnitureFair.net. June 17th, all years of baseball history. Trainer for Florence is going to go take a look at Kyle Harbison. And give Dylan Chapa a chance to recover a little bit. Might be something on the catching hand. start in 1941, Joe DiMaggio is credited with a hit in his 30th consecutive game when an easy grounder to short bounces up and hits Luke Appling on the shoulder. Chicago beats the Yankees 8-7. What an interesting this day in baseball history. I mean, just are they just basically saying, hey, he was counted a hit when it was a clear error, just to keep the 30-game consecutive streak going? Ellen misses upstairs. 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 1943 player manager Joe Cronin of the Red Sox hits 2 3-run pinch hit homers. 2 3-run pinch hit homers. 2-1. That one's skied way deep into the night. Forget about it. 3-run jack. This game's blown open 14-7. 104, 450 on the distance from Jeff Nickel. That'll do it for Chapa. Florence heads to Logan Jones when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Back here in the bottom of the 8th, another 5-run inning for the Boomers. Bases are empty. It's Logan Jones entering. Nobody out. Dylan Chapa, third of an inning, 4 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and a K, plus a hit by pitch. His professional debut. 1-0 in there for a strike. Again, just tough spot to put a rookie in. Hopefully better days ahead. Here's the 1-1, missing inside. Logan Jones, let's talk a little bit about him. Jones was released by the Tri-City Valley Cats a few days ago. Florence claimed him off waivers. Ground ball right side, fielded by Zeisler. Over at first is Jones. He tags the bag for out number 1. 3-1 on the put away. Back to the top of the order, and Alec Craig. 2026 with Tri-City, a 2-0 record, a 5.94 ERA. It's 10 games all into the bullpen, 16 2/3 with 12 walks and 11 Ks. So more walks than Ks, yes. But if you take a look at Logan Jones, and you look before his last outing, which was on Sunday, Tri-City's loss against the Boulders. That one's punched down the right field line. It's going to drop in 4 extra bases all the way to the wall. On the way to second is Alec Craig. He's going to turn and burn for 3. Throw comes in a little late. And a 1-out triple for Alec Craig. Second triple on the day for the Schaumburg offense. Have not seen many triples this year at all. So Logan Jones pitched 2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, and no Ks. And that's after, and then after that, obviously Tri-City releases him. It's just a tough outing, 6 innings, 7 runs. So if you look at his stats without that appearance, that last appearance where, it's a misuse by Tri-City, you can say. Now it bounces in the dirt. He's pitched in 9 games, would have been 14 2/3 with 9 walks and 11 Ks, but also only giving up swing and a miss. Only giving up 4 runs in 14 2/3 instead of 11, which is obviously a much better ERA. And at that point, you're like, whoa, Florence just got pretty decent numbers there. That one's in there for a strike, 1 and 2. So without that inning, it would be 14 2/3, 12 hits, 4 runs, 9 walks, and 11 Ks. Those are numbers you could certainly play with. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Dylan Baker. Throw on to first is in time. A run does come in to score, make it 15-7. This is now a blowout for the Boomers.
Now batting for Boomers, designated hitter number 36, Anthony Clark.
And the second inning in a row where they will send more than 9 to the plate. Or send 9 or more to the plate. This is Anthony Calarco, the 9th batter in the inning. Single walk, RBI single, 3-run homer, ground out, triple ground out. That's how the inning's gone so far. Off speed in there for a strike to Calarco. Struck out his last time up. Oh, and misses downstairs. Before Tri-City, Logan Jones pitched in Mahoning Valley with the MLB Draft League. 13 games, 1 start, 5.33 ERA, 25 1/3 innings pitched, 13 walks, 22 Ks. Check swing, doesn't go around. And then he graduated from Toledo in 2025. 20 games, 4 starts, a 3.93 ERA, 3-3 record, 50 1/3 innings pitched, 51 Ks to 25 walks. Off speed downstairs. 6'3", 200 pounds. From the University of Toledo. 3-1. Missing outside, a 5-pitch walk to Calarco. Back-to-back innings where they've hit around.
Now batting for the Boomers, first baseman number 5, Kyle Fitzgerald.
Florence has gotten away with some pretty crazy wins. First pitch, missing upstairs. One-0, fouls it away. 1-1. Skies it out towards left field. In comes Brett Blomquist. Trying to find it in the night sky. He cannot. They're going to give it an error. Didn't touch his glove, or they gave it an error. Although I do see the people next to us saying no. Runners second and third, 2 away. One 0, skied high. Now towards center field. Tucker trying to find this one, and he makes the grab to end the inning. Y'all's down 8 runs, 15-7 as we head to the ninth. When we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the ninth, first pitch runs inside to Brendan Bobo. Hits him. Leadoff runner aboard. Florence, it'll need a little bit more than just that. Trailing 15-7. Zade Richardson stepping up to the plate. Richardson ropes one out towards left field. Clark comes in on it and makes the grab. That one was torched from Zade Richardson. Unfortunately, it did not register here on TrackMan. At least I'm not seeing it. Really good piece there from Richardson. Continues to hit the ball well. Florence down to their final 2 outs. 1-0. Missing inside of the batter, Garrett Broussard. That one's in there for a strike, 2-1. Well, Florence, they drop this one. Tomorrow will be a quick turnaround. A noon start. That'll be 1 p.m. Eastern. 2-1. In there for a strike. Evan Webster against Buddy Pindell. Florence will hope to avoid being swept. No, it's fouled away. What a massive blow to momentum that would be if Florence, goes out and wins the series against Gateway and just coughs it up to Schaumburg with a sweep. You hope to at least escape with one. If you can escape with one, you'll be back to 6 games over 500. Right now, trending like they'll be 5 games over 500 after this loss, if Florence is unable to come back. Got to mount 8 runs here. 2 outs to play with. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outer half. Brutal. Disagreement from the Florence dugout. The good thing is you'll have your ace on the mound tomorrow, trying to avoid being swept. The unfortunate thing is it's also a very talented pitcher in Buddy Pindell on the other side as well. A rematch from Webster and Pindell the last time we faced Schaumburg. Swing and a miss. 1-1, 2 away with the runner on first. From the stretch, the 1-1, missing inside. Two one, fouls it away. Two, missing downstairs. Schaumburg looking for the series win. Crowd on their feet. Payoff. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. On the way to third is Bobo. Florence will keep things going. Runners at the corners for Dylan Baker. Brett Blomquist gets his second hit of the day. Brings up Dylan Baker, 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch in there for a strike. The 1 outside, no good. The 1-1. Baker punches it out towards right field. Andy Arena comes in and makes the grab to end the ball game. The Y'alls drop 15-7. It's a Boomers win and a series win for Schaumburg. Florence has the bullpen manhandled. late in this ball game.
Right here at Wintrust Field, but there's still fun to be had tonight, including run the bases. And of
A
course,
5-run seventh and a 6-run eighth.
player of the game. But for me,
Produced 11 runs for the Boomers. In a night where Florence didn't have enough firepower on their side. 5 against Hopewell, who went 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits. And then 6 against Chapa. It went just 1/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a K. It's a tough outing for the Florence pitching staff, and it's unfortunate because it was another good start from Yannick Villalobos. Left without a decision. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 2 Ks. Plus the offense, did a little bit more than yesterday. Put up 7 runs. We know that's not enough with the pitching staff on hand, but still, some good performances out there. I think it's just the sporadicness of the Florence offense. Not, poking a run here and a run there. No, it was 4 runs in the 3rd and 3 in the 8th, including missing still some opportunities. Hank Zeisler, although he did get the 2-run single in the 3rd, did strand runners 2nd and 3rd in the 7th, and the bases loaded in the 8th. So that's 5 runs left. 5 batters left on base just right there. And it doesn't fall on Zeisler, obviously. Bunch more opportunities. Those are 2 big spots there. 2-run homer from Zade Richardson. I think a bright sign is his 3-hit night. I think Zade at this point, you have to have him in the lineup every single day. He's just been hitting the cover off the ball. Well over 300. A lot of mouths to feed for Florence, but having the face of the Y'alls always in your lineup would be a good thing. The loss will go to Chase Hopewell, and the win would be picked up by Wyatt Cameron. How about that? Going just an inning where he actually walked the tightrope to get out of it. Giving up 2 walks. Stranded runners 2nd and 3rd. Again, Florence will be back tomorrow. A 1 p.m. Eastern start, 12 Central. And you can catch all that action here on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN, as well as the Florence audio stream, Florence Y'alls Radio Network on YouTube. Evan Webster against Buddy Pindell. Should be another pitching duel. Last time we saw Webster out, still able to go 6 innings. Maybe not his best stuff overall against Gateway, and he's looking for revenge against the Boomers. So a quick turnaround for Florence. Makes it even easier to flush it around on the next day. Still 5 games above 500. Hopefully they can avoid being swept tomorrow when we return. But that'll do it for us on the Florence Y'alls Radio Network. Signing off from Wintrust Field, I've been Rory Tettemer saying so long, and y'all have a good night.